Good morning to everyone. Yesterday discussing the topic is growth models. Growth models. Okay. So different types of growth models we can see in yesterday because of we can provide in the laboratory conditions. So unlimited resources they can grow unlimited. They can grow unlimited. And in natural, so in natural resources providing in limited, so they can steady growth or steady development means certain stage will become their development will be steady and means stable. Okay, so now we are going to see the logistic growth model. Logistic growth. Okay, this logistic growth is commonly we can see in the nature. The logistic growth we can commonly see in the nature. Okay, the logistic growth is commonly found in nature. So in logistic growth can provide limited resources, limited resources limited resources at the same time. Okay, the logistic growth is found in the nature, so it is to be commonly we can see in the nature. Okay, so in the nature can provide a limited resources at the same time. The each and every ecosystem is having some carrying capacity, and at the same time the nature is also having some carrying capacity. So the each and every ecosystem. Okay, so every ecosystem is carrying capacity is there. So each and every ecosystem is having some carrying capacity is there. So that carrying capacity will represent capital K. Capital K. So we can see that growth model. So how can, so limited resources will be provided, so they can how their development, and it will be finally it will be stable growth. Finally it will be comes in stable growth. Okay, we can see in the graph. We can see in our graph. Okay, here. Okay, this is called, it is the growth will be, it is very slow. Because of in the logistic growth will be in nature. The nature is having to provide a limited resources. In the starting the growth was, it is very slow. Some stages it will be reached, the growth will be increased. Some stages it will be reached, the growth will be increases. Then the growth will be increases, and certain stages they will be stable. Means this growth is called mean slow acceleration growth. Slowly acceleration growth. It is also called log period. This is also called slowly acceleration growth. Slowly acceleration growth. This growth is called. This is also lag period or exponential growth. Exponential growth means this stage to this stage it will be developing fastly. And this growth is called exponential growth. This growth. Okay, this growth is called. This growth is called this growth. Okay, the first thing is called log period or it is called slowly acceleration, and this growth is called the stage will be completed, then it will be moving to fast development, moving fast development, and it is called exponential growth. Then comes into this growth, it is called slowly deceleration growth, slowly deceleration growth. This growth is called steady growth. This growth is called steady growth, and this is also called asymptotic growth. This curve is called S-shaped curve, or the same S-shaped curve, or we are calling sigmoid curve. Sigmoid curve. Okay, the logistic growth we can see here in the natural, so commonly found in the nature. So the nature can provide in the limited resources. The limited resources is carrying some capacity. That carrying capacity is represented in the capital K. So here it is to be found in the limited resources. So we can see in the graph model. So in the starting stage, it is very slowly can develop because of that is called slowly acceleration stage, means so it can slowly develop. Once acceleration stage will be completed, they can develop fastly, because that growth is called exponential growth. They can exponential growth will be completely fulfilled, then they can fall means that is called slowly deceleration stage. After deceleration stage, it will be stable, that is called stable growth or asymptotic growth. So we can see the formula of in this limited growth, means logistic growth. So already we know that. So okay, D capital N on dt means it is called time period. It is dt means time period of population after. So it can K is equals to K minus N by K. Okay, by K. So this is called that is called a formula. Okay, sorry. Here it is to mention, and means population size. Here the limited resources. Okay, this is also to be, and this is also to be, and okay, this is called formula. This is called for logistic growth formula. Okay, this is logistic growth. Now we are moving to the next, the interactions, the population interactions. Interaction means, so the both organisms get benefited, and it is to be assigned the plus, and it is harmful, it is assigned the minus. Means so the organisms get interacted both. So in case they both are associated, interacted to get benefit both, so they are mutualism. Both are associated with permanently associated. We can see the population interaction. Population interaction. Okay, interaction means So already we will discuss interaction means the both organisms can interacted. So both organisms can interacted to get benefit to assign the plus. In case they have harmful, in case assign the minus. So they can associate two organisms or one organisms. Okay, it will be interacted to the population, one to another organisms. Okay, here we can see first species A, species B interaction. First species. So the first species is also having get benefited and second species also benefited. The interaction is called mutualism. Interaction is called mutualism. Mutualism means so both organisms means the both organisms or species to interacted means beneficial, interacted with beneficial. Both organisms are, it is called to both organisms, both species to be interacted, get benefited, or both are benefited. That is called mutualism. Okay, that is called mutualism. Mutualism means here both species A and species B. So both organisms get interacted to benefited. It is called mutualism. Examples. Example one is lichens. Okay. Example one is lichens. These lichens have to be associated with the two species. One is algae and second one is fungi. Okay. This algae, it is to be provided to observe. It is to be provided preparing for food. Okay. This algae, it is to be preparing for food. Preparing for food. Fungi means, so the fungi is to be absorption of water to protecting for the algae. Absorption of water and protecting for algae. Protecting for algae. Okay, the both organisms can be interacted. Okay, the lichens can be associated in the species is called algae and fungi. So interaction between the algae is preparing for food, the fungi is absorption of water and protecting for the algae. So both are interacted and get benefited organisms. This is also called symbiosis relationship. Symbiosis relation means, so symbiosis relationship means it's a get both. It is a type of relations, both are permanently associated. It is a type of relation. Both are permanently associated. Both are permanently associated. Both are permanently associated. Both are permanently associated. The first we can see in the mutualism, the species A, species B. So both are getting benefits. Both are getting benefits means species A they can benefit, it is assigned the plus. Species B they can assign plus also. Both are it is to be benefited. That is called mutualism. So mutualism means the both organisms can interact. Both organisms can interact, get benefited. Both organisms get interacted to benefit. So the example is called lichens. Example is called lichens. The lichens are associated with two things. It is algae and fungi. Algae is preparing for food. Fungi is absorption of water and protecting for algae. That is also symbiosis relation. Symbiosis relation is a type of relation. Both are permanently associated. Both are permanently associated. Both are permanently associated. Both are permanently associated. The next thing is called, next another relation is there. Next another relation is there, mycorrhiza. Next another relation is there, mycorrhiza. Mycorrhiza. This mycorrhiza is also having found two species. Found in two species. One is fungi. So another thing is roots of higher plants. Roots of higher plants. Roots of higher plants. Okay. Next, in this the fungi is going to work here to absorption of here minerals and phosphate. Minerals and phosphate. Here absorption of minerals and phosphate. Phosphate. Minerals and phosphate. This is fungi. This is roots of higher plants. Roots of higher plants. Roots of higher plants. Okay. Phosphates are here absorption in minerals and phosphates. In here higher plants it is to be found in the roots. So it is to be helping for cuticle layer and it is to be going to working. So it is to be inside the transportation of water and minerals and they are going to inside xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem. They are going inside the roots. So inside the roots and nitrogen fixations and so all are there in higher plants. So there ectomycorrhiza is there, endomycorrhiza is there. So they are providing and protecting for epidermal, protecting for layers, protecting epidermis plant tissue, epidermis tissue, epidermis, and also to be going to inside xylem and phloem. So the cells it is to be supplying for water and transportation of minerals and everything going to work in the higher plants of roots. Higher plants of roots. Okay. Next to pollination. Next to pollination. We can see the pollination. Pollination plants. Pollination plants. Okay, here pollination plants means the plants can provide the food for insects. Okay, provide food for insects. Food for insects. Insects means in the pollination time the insects are going to fall in these flowers and they can search nectar glands. Okay, they can receiving the nectar, they can move to go another thing. That's the time. So they can, and the pollen, the anthers, the pollen grains are to be stitches in the beak. So that is whenever to fall to receive the nectar gland, that's the time. So the anthers, that is called pollen grains, are to be attached in the beak, whenever to remove the beak, that's the time it will be fall in the, and the pollen grains are to be fall in the stigma. Okay, here it is food for insects. It is to be preparing for food for insects. The nectar glands are to be present in the flowers. Okay, the insects are going to take the nectar glands. Okay, here insects also to be going to benefit to pollination. The insects are to be going to pollinated for plants. Means here both are benefited. Plant is having, it is a pollinator. The insect is a pollinator to get benefited the plant. At the same time, insect also to be benefited because they are getting nectar glands. Some cheaters also there. Some cheater insects also there. Means it is here uniquely they will be getting nectar glands. They are not helping to pollination. That insects are cheater insects. Cheater insects means, so this type of insects going to collect the nectar glands, but it is not going to help for pollination. Okay, this is the get, both are beneficial things. Both are beneficial organisms. Okay, the mutualism is, it's a both organisms get benefited. It is to be found in the two species. That is, the first one is lichen, that is associated for the algae and fungi. They are going to work in these two regions. That is also symbiosis relation. That relation is associated to the permanent. Next, coming to another thing of mycorrhiza bacteria, it is also to be symbiosis relation. This is also called symbiotic relation. Means it is called a symbiotic bacteria. It is to be found in fungi and roots of higher plants. So it is very get benefited for plants, and they also have it. And this is the beneficially, both organisms get benefited in also to be plants also to be found. So that is called pollination. The insects are also to be pollinators, and also they will be get in the nectar glands. Both are benefited. Some cheaters insects also to be is going to get the nectar glands. They are not helping for the pollination. Okay, this is the species A and species B. That is called mutualism. Second, we can see that. The second thing we can see, species A get benefited and species B get harmed. Okay, species A get benefited, but species B get not benefited. This is very harmful. It is called host benefited. And host harmful. This is called, the interaction is called parasitism. And one more thing is that one species A is also benefited, species also host, it is called harmful. That is called predation. Okay, we can see the parasitism. Okay, the species means the parasitism species is having two species. It is the first thing is called, it is host. It is harmful. It is called host one. This is the first species. First species is a whole host. It is called harmful. And the second species and the second species is having is parasite. It is called parasite. It is called parasite. It is called parasite. And also these parasites also is having getting a ready-made food. Getting a ready-made food. It is getting ready-made food. Ready-made food. Ready-made food. It's getting parasitism. It's getting a ready-made food. One is host is called harmful. Another second species. So another species is called parasite. That parasites are to be going to living in inside the body. Going to living in inside the body. That is that are to be getting a food, ready-made food. That are getting a ready-made food. So we can see clearly the parasites. We can see the clearly parasites. Okay. We can see the parasites clearly. Okay, here parasite. Okay, the parasite is having two hosts. First species host is called harmful and second species host is called parasite. Parasite. Second species host is called parasite. Okay, this parasite is a ready-made food. They are living inside the body of organisms. Inside the body of organisms. Okay, these parasites are to be divided into two things. One is endoparasite. Another one is ectoparasite. Okay, the endoparasites, it is having, so first one is called, example, the first one is called tapeworm. Next, second one is called liver fluke. And third one is called what is that? Plasmodium in cholera. It is affecting for cholera. That is called Plasmodium. And okay, Plasmodium. And third thing is called, and fourth one is called Ascaris. Okay, this tapeworm is to be found in humans and pig. And liver fluke also to be found in humans and snails and fishes. Okay, in Plasmodium is to be found in humans and Anopheles, lady Anopheles. It is called a mosquito. Anopheles. And Ascaris is found in only in humans. These parasites are to be going to living inside the body. Means it is called endoparasites and ectoparasites. The endoparasites, it is to be most of the time it is to be found inside the body. They are living inside the body. They can get the food is called, it is very ready-made food, already digested food. They will be getting eating. So the digestive system will be absent. So this organisms is having, there is no sense organs. At the same time, it is very well developed in the reproductive system. So this organism is having well developed reproductive system. So this organism also is having, means it is a suckling type of mouth. This is also called it a inside the body. For example, we can see in our body, so that is called in our alimentary canal, that is called thick or thin cuticle layer is there. So in our alimentary canal, so they are living in there inside the cuticle, so they are getting going to absorption of food particles. It is a digested food, will be taken, there is no sense organs, at the same time it is well developed reproductive systems for these organisms. Okay, so what are they? We can see now. The first thing is called, it is inside in our alimentary canal. It is to be found in thin cuticle layer. It is to be found in thin or thick cuticle layer. Thick and cuticle layer. It is to be found in thick cuticle layer. Next one is called, it is to be second thing is called hooks and suckling. They are suckling. Sucklers. Okay, they are sucklers. At the same time, here digestive system will be absent. Digestive system absent because they are eating digested food. For example, in our body, inside alimentary canal, inside in our stomach, so the food will be digested. That food will be they are eating. So the organisms having the digestive system will be absent. And one more thing is called, so well developed reproductive system. Reproductive system. Okay, is tapeworm, liver fluke, Plasmodium ascaris. Okay, these are found in humans and pig. This liver fluke is found in humans and snails and fishes. And Plasmodium, it is going to occurring for the cholera. It is to be sometimes it is to be harmful in our body because of their infecting for cholera. So living in humans and Anopheles. Their Anopheles are to be going to suckling in our blood. That's time the Plasmodium mutations will be created in different manner in that Anopheles body. They will be injected in our body. Okay, their mutations are get different. They are going to infected for the cholera in our stomach system. They are also to be living in Anopheles and humans. The Anopheles means it is a mosquitoes. Mosquitoes means that is having male Anopheles and female Anopheles. Male Anopheles and female Anopheles, they are getting to eat the most of the time the plant sap. So sometimes it will be suckling for blood. Why they are suckling blood means, so the blood is having proteins. They are going to help for the formation of eggs. It is to be helping for reproductive system. So sometimes the lady Anopheles mosquitoes, they have to need human blood. Why? Because means the blood is having proteins. That proteins are going to help for laying eggs and formation of reproductive system. That's why they are needed to blood for mosquitoes. Okay, so next ectoparasites. The examples is called lichens. Next, lice and ticks. These are not lichens, leeches. It is called leech. Okay, they are found in outside the body. They can found in outside of the body. That is called ectoparasites. That is called ectoparasites. It is to be adapting for outside of the body. The organisms can adapting for outside of the body. It is leech, lice and ticks. Leech, lice and ticks. Okay. These are to be suckling. These are to be suckling for blood. These all things are to be sucklers. These all are to be sucklers. Okay. They are suckling for, the first thing is called suckling. Sucklers blood. Sucklers blood. Suckling for blood. And second thing is called suckling type of mouth. Suckling type of mouth. That is called piercing or suckling. Piercing and suckling type of mouth. Suckling type of mouth. Suckling type of mouth. Suckling type of mouth. They are piercing and suckling type of mouths. Suckling type of mouth. So the most of the time it is to be found in Anopheles. The most of the features is to be found in Anopheles. Anopheles mosquitoes. Anopheles mosquitoes. It is called lady Anopheles or male Anopheles. Actually, the male and female Anopheles, the most of the times they will be eat in the plant sap. They will be eat in plant sap. So they also to be need the blood. They have also to be needing for blood, because of the blood is having proteins. That proteins are to be very useful for Anopheles to going to lay the eggs and the formation of reproduction. That's why so Anopheles is their need. They have to need for blood. They have to need blood. So third thing is called they have to need blood. Because of special proteins will be in here. They have special proteins. They have need blood. In special proteins are there in our blood. So they have to need blood to lay the eggs and formation of reproduction. Are you understand? The parasites. Okay, the parasite is having two hosts. Parasites is having two hosts. One is benefited, another one is harmful. So the host, harmful host will be going to give the nourishment of the ready-made food. So that is called parasite. That parasite also to be divided into endoparasite and ectoparasite. The endoparasite is organisms is having tapeworm, a liver fluke, and next another one is called Plasmodium ascaris. These four organisms is commonly found in humans inside the body. And first thing is tapeworm. It is to be humans and pigs. And second thing is called liver fluke. It is to be found in humans and fishes and snails. And the third thing it is called Plasmodium. It is to be found in humans and Anopheles. And ascaris it is only found in humans. Though it is commonly found in the human, it is to be living, going to inside in our body. They get only benefited for inside the body. They are not getting for harmful. Okay, so inside our body, so they are get benefited also to be useful to ours. And sometime it will be going to given the some type of diseases. The Plasmodium it is to be cause of cholera. It is a cause of cholera. So it is to be found in the Anopheles and humans. Sometimes it is also to be injection for the diseases. Okay, ectoparasites, they are this type of organisms adapted in the outside of the body in the organisms. Okay, that is called leech, lice and ticks. Leech, lice and ticks. So they are suckling for the blood, suckling for the blood. That is also, that organisms is also having suckling type of mouth. That is also called piercing, piercing or suckling type of mouth, piercing and suckling type of mouth. Okay, they are to be suckling. The most of the suckling it is called Anopheles. That Anopheles is having, so it is, they have to need blood. Why? Because means the blood is having proteins. That proteins going to help to laying the eggs and the formation of reproductive system. Okay, reproductive system. Okay, so next thing is called predation. The predation we will discuss in next class. Okay, thank you.